Why is a common denominator essential for rational numbers? Imagine trying to add two slices of cake, but each slice is cut into different numbers of pieces. It would be hard to compare or combine them, right? That's what happens when working with fractions that have different denominators. When you see a fraction like 3/4 and 1/6, they are parts of a whole, but the parts are divided differently. To do math with these fractions, you need to make the parts equal. That's where the idea of a common denominator comes in. A common denominator is a shared number that both fractions can be rewritten into. It's like finding a common size for the slices so they match. When the denominators are the same, you can simply add or subtract the numerators, which are the top numbers, while keeping the denominator the same. This process makes sure you are working with parts that are the same size. For example, to add 1/4 and 1/6, you find a common denominator, which is 12. You change 1/4 to 3/12 and 1/6 to 2/12. Now, you can add the numerators. 3 plus 2 equals 5. The answer is 5/12. Without a common denominator, adding these fractions would be confusing and not make sense. Having a common denominator also helps when comparing fractions. If two fractions have the same bottom number, or denominator, you only need to look at the top numbers, called numerators. For example, 3/8 is bigger than 2/8 because 3 is bigger than 2. But comparing 3/8 and 2/5 is trickier. You need to find a common denominator first, like 40, to compare the numerators properly. Once they have the same denominator, it's easy to see which fraction is larger. In algebra and other number operations, understanding the importance of a common denominator makes working with rational numbers much easier. Rational numbers include fractions, whole numbers, and decimals that repeat or end. When you learn to find common denominators, you build a strong base for more advanced math topics. It helps you add, subtract, compare, and even simplify fractions, making math clearer and more manageable. So, the common denominator is like a universal language for fractions, helping you work with parts of a whole in a simple, straightforward way.